What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Miss Finn's. Yes, it's Miss Finn. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. It is a beautiful, 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 if I didn't already say it, Wednesday night. We had some great, great, great information. Just to start off, I will be giving you guys a lot of information here. So it's going to be really nice. Let's see here. So before we do start, we want to go ahead and hit that like button, guys. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Hit the like button, please. Again, this is Miss Fins. Welcome to Miss Fins. It is Wednesday night and we got a lot to talk about. So very, very excited. If you can do me a favor, hit that like button, guys, just so we can go ahead and get started. Now, I do have a couple of guests that I will be bringing on, so I'm very excited about that. And then I will be doing a live open panel, so I'll be dropping the link. You guys want to go ahead and get in, definitely we'll set that up. But please, guys, again, thank you so much for joining Miss Fins. I'm so excited to talk tonight. And also, too, I will be dropping the link a little later on, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Can you guys hear me? Can you? If you guys can hear me, go ahead and do me a favor. Let me know in the chat. Hello, Finsub, Laquan, Cheetah. I know. We're gonna get to it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get to it. Don K, thank you so much. Finsub, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Ken Sean, thank you so much for coming. Guys, let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. Am I good? You can hear me? Yeah, I just want to make sure so that we can have a great conversation tonight. But yes, okay, good. Ken Sean, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it. Yes, well, everybody, welcome back to Miss Fins. It is Miss Fins. I am Miss Fins. Go ahead and do me a favor, hit like, subscribe. We're trying to get over 200 right now. We're very close to 200 subscribers, so very happy. We have a great show tonight. I have a couple of guests in the back that you guys are going to get to see. A couple of newbies, too, that you haven't seen before, so I'm happy about that, too. And then a seasoned vet, if you will. So right now, let me go ahead and get started here. Hey, Bowleg, how you doing, sir? Yes, thank you so much for letting me know. I'm glad the sound is good. So right now, in the last 48 hours, ladies and gentlemen, the Dolphins have made some major, major, major moves. And let's see. It's a big deal, people. It's a big deal. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I can't even sugarcoat it. Right now, the Dolphins, up to 2 days ago, and I can speak for the entire fan. Hey, Finn Sunny, how you doing? Fins up. Listen, we were hurt, man. We were looking at the AFC, and everybody was getting stronger. Bengals getting stronger. The Bills getting stronger. Everything. I mean, the Browns, they got the Sean. You know what I mean? I know the Browns. But anyways, we just kept seeing every team after every team in the AFC just get better and better. And out here sitting like all we did this entire offseason was just get our own players back. And I'm like, there's nothing that we're doing. Like, this is just, it was so upsetting. But wait, there's more. Oh my God, Chris Grier, you might be goated, sir. I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there. Because at this point, listen, yeah, people, he made two huge, huge additions to the team, and these two additions, I mean, phenomenal. There's nothing I can say about that, except this. Like, guys, look, we got Terron Armstead, the number one free agent. People, I've been hearing about him since the second free agency started, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna pretend. I knew nothing about him. I mean, I'm with you, Boleg. Grier right now, GM of the year for sure. But I knew nothing about Terron, like nothing about Terron. And out here, like looking like, who is this guy? I need to Google or something because I have zero idea who this gentleman is. And at this point, like honestly, I need to make sure that we have the right people for this team. So I got very excited. So let me drop a little tiny bit of knowledge if you didn't already know. But yeah, look, I mean, this man got drafted in 2013. So he's a veteran. And on top of that, too, he went third round, 75th overall pick. Pretty awesome. He's played his entire career with the Saints. I mean, the entire career with the Saints. And right now, that's from 2013 till 2021 until yesterday, people. His highlights: three-time Pro Bowler from 18 to 20, 2018 to 2020. He was second team All Pro in 2018 as well. So pretty much, some good stuff. Now, this is the thing I did hear about Terron that a lot of people said they were upset, even myself included. When once I dug in, I was scared because of his health issues. And you know me, people. If you know Miss Fins, you heard me in the mornings with Clock Blocker, Stephen D, or if you've heard me with TD. I want healthy players. Like to me, we need healthy players, and it's very important for us to continue to have those healthy players because your best ability, yes, you heard it, is availability. So, right now, people, I mean, he's played 97 games and started 93. But the thing is, there's 16 games in each season, with the exception of last year that was 17. So it's a lot of games he missed. He still hasn't played a full 16 or 17 game season. So those health concerns were very, very big for me because, as you know, the Dolphins love to go cheat and get a player that's really good but gets hurt. So we get like half a player. You know what I mean? And right now, what excited me the most is the mad genius that Grier got with that contract. I mean, when I saw his contract, that's what I love the most. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I love the fact that we got the number one tackle. I mean, guys, the Dolphins got the number one tackle, the number one free agent. When do we ever make splashes? We don't. We did yesterday, that's for sure. And look, with this contract, I'm not even mad. It's 5 years, $75 million. And the cool thing is, it's really for 3 years, like solid. And then after that third year, we can reassess. So we have two voidable years where we can throw that money down the side. He's got about $15 million a year, and he got 43.3 million fully guaranteed. So guys, to get him for $15 million, somebody that we all thought, I mean, I thought it, and I know a lot of people thought it. Yeah, this man is gonna ask for, I mean, being the top tackle, come on, when he's healthy, nobody like him. And to be the top tackle, and then on top of that too, you have um the just the sheer will. I mean, the man is a beast. You said it. I mean, Steve. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Yes, Terron is a beast. And at the end of the day, I'm with you, Michelle. I hope he stays healthy. That's my biggest thing. I really want him to stay healthy because if he gives Tua those games, my God, guys. I mean, this is a game changer. Game changer for this O line. And I always wanted two things in this O line. I don't need nothing else: a veteran center and a veteran tackle. I'm glad we got the tackle. Now we got to go out and get a center. But if we don't, I'm okay with Dieter because he has progressed. So I'm okay with Dieter. I just really want him. I need at least 14 games out of him. If you're not there for 3 games, fine. You know what I mean? But honestly, I need at least 14 games because, guys, this tackle is real. He is for real. And right now, this is exactly what we need for us to make it to the promised line, the first little promised line. You know what I mean? But yeah, we haven't seen a play. I mean, Grier, man, kudos, sir. Kudos, kudos, kudos. You made it happen. And I'm so happy we finally got somebody big with Toronto. So very, very excited at this point. Guys, we're looking up. 3 days ago, we were ready to, like, I'm jumping ship. I'm out of here. Like, I mean, it was rough, people, and now, I mean, I look at the smile. Like, look at the smile. This smile tells you everything. Like, I just like so much. You know what I mean? So I'm just so excited. And that was yesterday, people. But wait, there's more. And yes, Steve, he's a top five tackle. So absolutely, that's what I'm talking about. But like I said, wait, there's more. Guys, guys, guys. News alert. Mr. Grier got us literally the fastest human being in this entire league, aka Cheetah, aka you can't see him, aka 4.3. I think that's what he got in his 4-4. I mean, regardless. Guys, we got Tyreek Hill. Oh my god, like this is insane. Like when and this morning I was with Stephen D, 8 o'clock blockers, and he just came out of nowhere. We were like, wait a minute. Tyreek, is this for real? Is this really happening? Are you messing with me? Because I thought somebody was messing with me, and then it just kept breaking and breaking. It was like, hey, the talks. Listen, guys, Michelle, I'm with you. I'm not gonna lie. I was very, very, very impressed with this last two, and I wasn't. Me neither. I was not impressed. Before these two, forget it. I didn't want nobody. I mean, I was done with this free agency. I thought Grier botched it again. And I guess he could only draft. He can't do free agency. But man, he showed us he can definitely do free agency. But yeah, guys, we got Tyreek. Tyreek Hill chose Miami instead of the Jets. First of all, we just beat the Jets. We beat the Jets, people. We beat the Jets. Sayonara. We beat you. And now in this year, we're going to beat you twice again. So that's what you're taking 3 L's. There you go. I said it, people. You're taking 3 L's. I'm with you, Laquan. There is zero reason why we don't win 13 games with these weapons. This is Tua's time. I'm going to get to that a little later, but I want to go ahead and go over Tyreek's numbers too. If you're new and you don't know, I'm going to go over that because this man is amazing. I mean, he came into the league in 2016. He drafted in the fifth round, people, 165th pick, just so you know. And he played his entire up to this point with the Kansas City Chiefs. He was essentially Pat Mahomes' number one target. I mean, all those points and whatever, it was with Tyreek that he got pretty much all of them. Obviously, he has Kelsey too. Man, he's so sexy. But you know what I mean? Like most of those, Tyreek. You know what I mean? This man is Super Bowl champion, 3-time first team All Pro in 2016, 2018, and 2020. Second team All Pro in 2018. Like 6-time Pro Bowler. Every year he's been in the Pro Bowl. He even made the NFL's 2010s All Decade team. Guys, like for me, this is amazing. This man has got in only 5 years, 479 receptions. He's got 6,630 yards, 719 rushing yards. And as a returner, people, he's got more returning yards than rushing yards. He's got 1,393 yards and a total of 67 tackles. I mean, this man he's for real. You know what I mean? And his contract, guys, his contract is sexy. And people are blaming, oh, is it 3 years, 4 year? No. It's a 4 year contract, $120 million. That fourth year, people, is voidable on purpose because that's how Grier does it. He protects the team. So right now, really, we got him for 3 years. He's getting a total of 72.2 guaranteed money. 52 of those become fully guaranteed in 52 in at signing, and he gets a signing bonus of 25.5. This man made it, and he gets to come home because his entire family's here. Yes, his average salary is going to be 30 million, but in reality, no, it's not going to hit the cap like most people swear it is. And listen, we gave up 5 picks. It's not to sneeze at. 5 picks is still 5 picks. I mean, we gave up this year's first pick, first round pick, which is the 29th. The second round pick, which is 50th, and our fourth round pick. We also gave next year's fourth round pick and the sixth round pick. But let's be real. This is a guarantee, people. This is a guarantee. None of those picks you can say, oh, I'm going to get a Tyreek Hill in any of those picks, and no matter what. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, this is going to be Steve. And Steve, I'm with you. Listen, this dynamic duo with Waddle and Hill, they're not gonna be able to see us. And then on top of that, people throw in Gesicki, who's gonna, he's gonna command he's gonna command somebody to get him too. So he's gonna be opening that middle. Whoo. Hey, Shake Money, how you doing? Yes, please, please, please go ahead and show me some love. Hit that like button, guys. We're trying to get to over 200 tonight, so let's go ahead and do it. If you're nice, subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. I really, really, really want to go ahead and get over 200. Obviously, the goal is 1,000, so we can get monetized. But guys, we're building this entire channel together from the ground up, as you see in my intro video. I know, right? Guys, it's awesome. But definitely go ahead and like, subscribe, hit the like button. Also, too, if you want to, and you don't have to at all. A couple of people asked me they wanted to go ahead and support the channel. You can go ahead and support the channel. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Honestly, I don't even know if I set it up right, but you guys can do it. So go ahead and, if you want to, not required, because at this point we're still building it. The like and subscribe is more than enough. So people ask me, so that's why I'm saying it. But yeah, we essentially, oh my God, this is so true. We essentially traded that Tunsil deal to get 3 first round talent: Waddle, Hill, and Holland. So I'm with you, Laquan. This is amazing. So right now I have two people in the back. I want to go ahead and bring on. These two guys are new, so I haven't seen them. GJ, welcome to the stream, sir. Appreciate you for coming.
Thank
And
you.
also I have Emax here too. Thank you so much for coming. I know you
Thank you,
guys are
Miss
new.
Vince.
Absolutely. Go ahead and thank you for subscribing and liking. I know you guys mentioned you were very, very excited. So I want to hear from you guys. I will be dropping the link a little later too, but I want to hear from you guys. GJ, how did it go? How was it? What do you think so far um, on this move? How do you, what, oh yeah, what do you think of Terron and what do you think of having either one of you guys, Emax or GJ? Go ahead and tell me, how do you feel about us acquiring Terron and Tyreek?
Um, okay, well, I'll tell you this much. As far as getting Toronto Pro for starters, thank you for having me, Miss Vince. I appreciate you
You're
having me on
welcome.
board here. It's definitely a pleasure to be a part of the live stream here. And hello to everybody that's watching as well. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe, man. This girl is always doing what she's got to do to stay up to date on all the information and all the news to, hit us with as much as we can, as soon as we need it. So I definitely thank you for that, and keeping your Twitter up to date at all times, making sure you're sifting through all the news to make
Breaking
sure you
news.
keep us up to date. I appreciate that very much.
Thank you, GJ.
Um,
Appreciate that too. Go ahead. So tell me what
my,
you think.
my pleasure. So as far as free agency goes, I'm essentially on the same boat as the other lady that was talking about earlier, Michelle. I'm on that same boat in the sense that I was pretty much like, okay, I see we're not doing much as usual. The Dolphins. I hear all these talks about, oh, it's the reason why we're not doing anything is because we're making a major push for these top tier linemen and blah blah blah. And I'm like, listen, man, I got to the point I got so turned off. The same way you mentioned earlier, you seen this team getting better, that team getting better, this team upgrading here, this team cutting out fluff and replacing it with something worthwhile. And I'm like, okay, and here we still got, my apologies, but I do respect him as a man, but as a player, we still got bum Jesse Davis. I don't know why he's still on the team. I'm sorry, I don't know how he's still on the roster,
He gets
especially after he
picks on
literally,
Grier.
in my opinion, he single handedly cost us the playoffs. Because let's be honest here,
Hmm.
had he not allowed himself to get blown by so erratically and made it seem like he wasn't even present, and that edge rusher got a free clean hit on our quarterback's blind side, so straight on his back, which crushed his ribs and then ultimately led him to be out, which then ultimately ended up leaving us to put our fate in Jacoby Brisket's garbage hands, who literally with his own hands not only cost us the playoffs but also cost us our new shiny piece in offense, Will Fuller. To the point, man, he listen. Will Fuller busted his finger so bad he still can't play to this day.
Well,
He's
some
had to
people
get
say that he
multiple
doesn't.
surgery.
Yeah, he doesn't play because he really didn't want to play with Tua. Some say I'm not. I'm not me. People don't cut me. I'm just saying. Some say, and yeah, so that's why he got super injured. You know what I
Well,
mean? Like,
which I can understand where you're coming from. The only reason why I feel it wasn't that, which I did hear those rumors, is because to this day you'll still see him updating people on his current status, and he'll still show his finger still recovering, still messed up. Because apparently they did the surgery once and it didn't work out well, so they had to redo it, and it was really bad. Like, imagine your middle finger going all the way back to the
mm,
point that it's
mm,
touching your wrist.
mm.
That's
We
how,
don't.
yeah,
We don't need that. We
yeah,
don't need
yeah,
that. We don't need
horrendous.
that. But
So, but that was all on Jacoby Brissett. So, that's why I'm excited to hear that. Hey, you know what? I got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get hype over nothing. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. I'm trying to get my hopes up, get let down. So let's just wait and see. And then, today, those news, that you definitely shared as well, and told me and everybody about, as far as the fact that we pulled off something like this, that we didn't just claim we were going after Terron Armstead. No, we did what we had to do to get him here. and that's something I definitely appreciated a lot
Hmm.
because that was priority number one, our O line. So for me, yes, I do love the other signings, but to me, that is the biggest one.
So
Obviously,
you
that's the
like
biggest.
Terron over any other signing, period.
Yeah, over anything else. Don't get me wrong. I know the big flashy, splashy signing is the Tyreek Hill, of course, and of
Of
course, I'm
course.
super ecstatic about it. But it won't mean anything to have somebody with top tier speed like Tyreek Hill if Tua has no time to throw the ball to him. So I'm a
Facts.
firm believer. I'm a firm believer that football is won in the trenches, and you need a solid O line, and just like you need a solid D line. A solid O line makes the run game easier, makes the passing game easier. A
Okay.
solid D line makes the job easier for linebackers, makes the job easier for corners. They don't have to block as long. They don't have to cover as long. And safeties don't have to worry about people going way over them because the quarterback doesn't have enough time to throw the ball for that play to develop. So having the trenches built up makes the whole experience or the whole process of playing football a lot easier on the entire team as a whole. So for
Awesome,
me,
GJ. I
Terron
appreciate that.
Armstead
I'm glad
was
that.
number one for sure. And
Okay.
of course, Tyreek, yeah, that's we all know that's amazing.
It's insane. I know, right? Emax, tell me, and then I wanna hear from Color too. Emax, what do you think about Terron and Tyreek? Hey, Kim Mill, how you doing, sir? Sorry, my chat. Go ahead,
No, it's
Emax.
fine, Miss Vince. Um, Actually, at first, I was wondering how this was going to go down because the initial news that people like the Bengals were going to get Lyle Collins when us the Dolphins were also looking into him. It was like, dang, there goes one. He's going out the door, and then Terron stated he was waiting to see what happens with Deshaun. So like, crap, like what's going to happen here? Like, are things actually going to get down? Things going to happen? And yeah, over the last 2 days or so, the wheels started turning. It started moving faster, and they were in talks. They brought Tehran into the building, and they didn't let him, out. Once he came in, they went, got a deal done, which was great, and it was a lot less than what I was expecting, honestly. But it's great because since trading away Laramie Tunsil, yes, we did get those picks for him, but we didn't have a solid left tackle, for us. We thought it was going to be Austin Jackson, and then we kind of got kicked. He got demoted and kicked into guard, and still trying to figure out what he's going to be on this O line. But yeah, we didn't have anybody that could go and like a staple and an anchor. And having somebody like Terron Armstead, granted, if he can stay healthy, would be phenomenal. That's one less area of the O line to worry about, and so that was pivotal, honestly.
Okay, awesome. Color, talk to me, sir. Thank you so much for joining the show. I appreciate it. You're muted though. You muted. Hold on. You gotta remove your mute.
Gotcha. Thank
Yeah.
you, Miss Fins. Appreciate you inviting me on tonight, and excellent show you're doing here. And everybody like and share this video. Subscribe to Miss Fins. She's doing an awesome job, and she's trying to come up, and she's pumping out the content. So great job there. Um,
Thank you.
I was really happy. I've been trying to upload my take video on it, but it seems that my computer keeps crashing trying to encode the videos, so I'm having a little issue there. But
Okay. Hey,
um,
Ron Joe. Welcome, sir. I'm dropping the link in a sec. Go ahead,
so I
Color.
just wanted to say I've been walking around with a smile on my face ever since I heard the news. Ever until I came into this chat, into this panel, and with all due respect, GJ, love you, nice to meet you. But man, that was a circular argument if I ever heard one. I don't know how it all matters now. It's water under the bridge, but man, somehow Jesse Davis is terrible enough to get Tua injured, but not terrible enough for Jacoby to suffer from that too. But that's okay. We'll deal with that another day. Let's just celebrate the fact that we fixed the holes on offensive line, or at least we're
Seriously.
well on our way to. And it doesn't matter if we have Donald Duck up under center. We just got a guy that can take the ball literally from one end of the field to the other before the defense even knows he has it. So, man, I'm excited. That's a real playmaker. We're not talking about like, oh, this guy might do it. He's only 28 years old, been in the league 6 seasons, been elite every single season.
Yep.
And I also wanted to point out before I finish before I pass off the floor, apparently, however we did the deal, we're only on the hook for like 8.6 million for this
Oh
year
my God,
on
that's
our cap
beautiful.
hit.
Man,
So
this man
that's
is a
awesome.
genius with that. He is a genius with that. I don't even know how he's making it happen, but I'm loving it because at this point we're still able to bring on players. And I don't think he's finished, people. I
Sure,
don't
and
know.
I also believe, you know me, I don't believe pieces do all the work for the quarterback,
True.
and the quarterback has to elevate. But how could anybody not argue that a guy like this would elevate to to it? I mean, it's just you know,
I agree 100%. And I'm with you, King Mill. I mean, he
wow,
makes it sense. He says, "You're pleased to get this done. No excuses. I have a little hope now."
yeah, exactly.
Feel like
Yep.
we
I have
all do,
something to when I speak about faith as opposed to hope. You know what I mean? And how
Hmm.
hope doesn't require faith. Faith does help it though. And here's the thing, with something like this, it's like I can start to believe a little in something, you
Mhm.
know,
Right?
and it includes to it. You know what I mean? So that's I'm just happy. I think that moving forward we can start to talk. We can start to be honks again. We can start to go into the other spaces and tell Buffalo we're gonna whoop their rear.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, and
Remember, if
Yes.
the children
and
that
tell
watch
them
this
all why
show,
our
We need to
quarterback
bring it
is
to
why
them.
our quarterback is the goat and theirs is a bum.
Ex- exactly. I'm with that. Mountie Fins, welcome. Thank you for joining, sir. I appreciate it. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. What do you think of this Terron and Tyreek? I mean Tyreek, you know what I mean? Nope. Well, he's gone. Von Joe, sir, you're on, sir. Welcome. Tell me. Talk to me. Talk to me. I know, I know.
Today's been very tiring.
Dude, I felt like I couldn't get no work done today. I was
Oh,
like, you see the smile?
this is the most unproductive day of work I've ever had in a while. I
I
was
know.
yeah, after Steven's show, I was on Larry's show. Now I'm here. I'm like, all right, I ain't getting nothing done today. I ain't getting nothing today. I'm
Yo,
gonna have my hands
let
full
me tell you
tomorrow.
something. This is revolution.
Dude.
This could
As
be.
you can see, I still have my workout gear on. Just been at work since I got off. I just went straight to work,
One,
and
two,
it's dumb because I've been at work unproductive.
Oh, dude, I mean, it's been amazing. And I'm with you, Michelle. Buffalo Bums. I mean, I can't wait to sweep them. Man, look, I know people this morning thought that I was a little crazy by saying that we can win the division. But guys, be with me. Think about it. We've upgraded more than Buffalo. I mean, we were only one game away for the last two seasons. We brought back that team. So we have the foundation. And now we just added the number one tackle and arguably the fastest wide receiver in this entire league.
Still
I
got
And don't
mean,
legs.
forget, as bad as things got at the end of last season, with and whatever happened, if we win out there, we beat Tennessee and we beat the Patriots, and Buffalo loses their last two, we still actually had a shot at winning our
we
division this
yeah,
season.
we did.
These are all facts. These are all facts.
Very true.
But I
And
just want to say nobody can say nothing about my GM of the year. Okay.
oh, absolutely, hands down,
I don't want to hear
GM of the
no
year.
comments. I don't want to hear no comments about my GM because that's my GM.
Look, listen. I got
yeah,
Mountie. Can you hear us now? Are you
yeah,
here?
I can hear you.
Talk to me, sir. What do you think? I know this is,
Hey, when I first saw that, a friend of mine, a fellow fan, hit me this morning. He texted me this morning. He's like, "Hey, man, you watching this?" I was like, "Watching what?" He's like, "Look, I'm not gonna." He's like, "Look, because he'll cuss me out in a second." He's like, "Well, look, get your ass in front of the Twitter and call me back later." So I said, "All right." So I pulled up Twitter and I see this potential Tyreek Hill to the Dolphins. I was like,
trade.
dude, I almost had to put an aspirin in my mouth. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. I was like, are you serious? Like Grier is making boss moves like this?
No, real
Changes the
talk.
whole
We're,
calculus,
we're
doesn't
I've
talking
had a
it?
headache
about
all
the
day.
top. We're talking about the top 2-3 receiver in the league. I mean, we're talking about the fastest guy, the most. He's to me, he's essentially unguardable. Okay,
Yep.
Yep.
he's
Yep.
he's he's essentially just his game. He's essentially unguardable. He's got to be doubled. He's got to be doubled, especially down the field. And then when you pair him with Waddle, was the second dude. Who do you gonna double? Like you got to pick your poison. You
Exactly. And
can't
if
double.
Exactly.
You can't.
we
I bet
mustard
they
and
don't load the
cheese,
Teams
box this year.
teams
Mostert
that
and
come out and
Chase?
play us, their base defense got to be nickel or dime to deal with all that speed.
I mean,
I actually
this
want
is
them
gonna
to
be
load the
insane.
box. I would dare them to load the box.
No, they're not that
Exactly.
dumb.
Exactly,
They're not that
Vaughn.
dumb.
Because even if
That's
we
the
just get it in Tyreek's
well,
hands in space against 2 or 3 linebackers and a DB, he's gone.
You're
You
getting
know
one
what
of
I mean?
these.
that's the benefit to all our signings is that you really can attack us from either direction. You can't stack the box because you're worried about Mostert and Edmonds and the fact that we're going to be more of a run oriented team, being under Mike McDaniels. But you still can't stack the box to focus on stopping that because you got, like you guys were just mentioning, you got Hill and Waddle and DVP and what's his name that we just brought from Dallas,
Cedric.
Cedric,
Cedric
Cedric,
Wilson.
yeah.
So I
Can I
mean,
make a comment to that?
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Because I want to pause for a second. Are we really? Because we see Mike McDaniels see what they did in San Fran, and they were run dominant, right?
Hmm.
At this point, could we really still say we're going to be run dominant?
I don't
Well,
know. It's
yeah.
iffy.
Well, yeah,
The
because game plan wise, yeah.
But
But
Color,
that doesn't mean that's our only identity.
yeah, but Color, this is why I say that. It's because Mike McDaniels said he takes a look at what he has, and he tailors the offense to what he has.
Well, sure, of course. That's what I mean by game plan wise. But if you're talking about, I would imagine with what we have that McDaniel is probably going to orient his mind towards smash mouth run defense, because as soon as the heartbeat of that defense slows down in Miami, Tyreek or Waddle are gone. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Forget it.
Yep.
You know what I
And
mean?
and the running is going to open up the passing. That's the thing, because it's going to be in tandem. We're finally going to be a complete team because the defense is going to stop them. They're going to be hyped because the offense is going to be moving,
And
and
when
they'll
But
be able
that's
teams
the
to.
thing, Miss
and when
Finch. We're
teams start to respect that run down the road throughout the season, that's when we reverse it and pass to open up the run, and we have the ability now with the room that we got.
But that's the
Finally,
thing. I feel like at this point we actually have, just off fear alone, our passing potential actually opens up our run
That too. That's what I'm saying.
because
well, yeah,
teams
We're
can't
finally-
load up the box.
we're
They have
finally
to play-
built to play complementary football.
They
One
have to
player
play those
makes
two-
it that brilliant a team. All of a sudden,
Because
overnight,
the thing
one
is, Color,
player
they have
makes
to play.
that
They
much
have
of
to
a
play the
difference.
two high safeties. The two high safeties, you can't load the box, so automatically the threat of the pass, I should say, opens up the run.
And then on
Yep.
top of that too, people forget, and I know you guys. I mean, I love him, but Gesicki's going to be eating because you still have to respect him because he's our 50-50 guy. Those random passes where nothing's open, he's gonna have Gesicki
He's
right
a
there in the middle just to
he's the
take
safety
every
blanket.
single one. Oh my
Yeah.
God,
And then
guys!
who do you double team? Do you double team Tyreek? Do you double team Kelsey? Let's double team both of them. Okay, well, guess what? Durham Smythe's gonna eat all day. You know?
And Gesicki.
And the running backs pose a problem coming out of the back. Those wheel routes, those hitch routes coming out of the backfield.
Most,
Oh,
most,
A
most,
linebacker is not going to be able to cover them. A pure linebacker is not going to be able to cover them one on one.
Nope.
God, we're gonna hate to make 53-man cuts
running
this year.
with Mostert running a 4-3, running a wheel route. I mean, that's a nightmare for a linebacker. Yeah,
Of course,
healthy,
he
I
can't.
think he's
The
gonna be like
linebacker can't
the
get
main
his
back.
hips turned fast enough.
You know
Or
what?
just
And,
load
completely
you're
different.
right. Now, real quick, guys, because I want to ask this question. Michelle brought it up, and I think it's a great question. And I think a lot of people have thought about it. Do you think we're keeping DVP still?
I don't see
Tell
why
me.
not.
And why
I
do
don't
you
see
say
why.
that?
Because even though I know that let's face reality. At the end of the day, everybody knows Devontae Parker is a heck of a wide receiver. Everyone knows that. The problem
When
with
healthy.
him is he's another Will Fuller in the sense that obviously Will Fuller has a different way of playing, a different play style. I mean, he's a Will Fuller in the sense that everyone knows he's great, but he's often not available. But now that we have a team like this, where look at the pieces we just mentioned: Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson, Devontae Parker. Don't forget that we also have what's his name that used to play quarterback that got injured and couldn't
Lynn
Bowden.
Bowden.
Lynn Bowden. Lynn
Oh,
Bowden.
that's right. He's gonna get
We're getting
unlocked.
Bowden. We're getting Bowden back. So all these pieces, and then you add on top of that Raheem Mostert, you Chase Edmonds, Mike Gesicki, Durham Smythe. I mean, it's too many weapons. So guess what? What that gives you the freedom of is to be able to use Devontae Parker to his utmost ability, to the best he can perform. And if he goes out injured, you're not left with nothing. You got plenty to fall back on.
But panel and Michelle, this is why I'm actually worried about the DVP leaving.
Why?
Right? Is he hasn't said anything about the signings on Twitter. All the other skills people have, because he's usually very active on
Joe,
Twitter.
I suspect that DVP is going to be, look, if it comes down to we've got 54 men left and we got to get rid of one more, you know what I mean? It'll be DVP.
But I'm just saying, he hasn't said anything. He hasn't got excited. He hasn't put anything on Twitter.
About that.
No.
So what do you
guys got to
Vaughn?
remember, you guys got to, I like to temper expectations. That's what I do. And I've already said it once, and everybody was talking, so it kind of didn't get heard. But we still have to make a 53-man roster. It's not like we can keep everybody here.
No,
you know what I mean?
But I was gonna say about Devontae Parker, we can just keep him at the Z. He's a big body. With Tyreek,
But Color, aren't we still under the cap right now?
No, but we have to make a 53-man cut. You can bring like 91 people into training camp.
Okay.
But you still have to cut them.
You were saying who makes the final team, basically, and it's not going to be everybody we've brought in here or everybody that we're talking about right now. We can't keep a wide receiver room of 20 guys. You know
like we did last year, yeah.
And
but
20 running backs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and see that's where you're going to see a lot of gems fall after the 53-man cuts. See, you're going to see some gems.
We still have that to go after the draft. Exactly. You're absolutely right, Mike. Because we could trade out. We could still upgrade a few of our positions.
This is crazy.
I'm hearing a rumor. I'm hearing a rumor that keep an eye on X. X could still be traded.
Well, X
to get our picks back, to move back in the first and second round.
Who would he be replaced with, though? There are some people still available on free agency, but
I mean, if we're gonna go get Stephon Gilmore,
he's gonna want his money.
Stephon is still under free agency.
I think the Honey Badger is still available, ain't he?
Yeah, but he doesn't play corner. That's especially outside. The only person would be Stephon. Somebody as on the same footing as Xavier Howard. But I think everything got finally hashed out. It got done well last year when he got his signing bonus. He got restructured, and
I think he's gonna want his money. I think he's gonna want more money.
Can I just ask a question for everybody on that same topic?
Go ahead, Color.
Given with the improvements we just made on the offense, could we, if it happened, would we really be that upset about it?
Exactly.
Wait. Let me go first real quick, because that's a very interesting point. This is the thing, though. I don't want the defense to take a huge leap back, because then we're still losing.
Well, that's basically my question, Miss Fins, is how far are we willing to let the defense regress, and how far would it regress getting rid of X? You know what I mean?
But just to be clear, that question you asked, Color, that question you asked, was it in regards to DVP or X? Which one?
X, because here's the thing. We were only good for 20 points a ball game this year, and on occasion, 7 of those were from the defense.
Right.
So we're talking about, despite what people think and despite what people want to use excuses for, like I said, it's a dead horse. I don't want to go there again. But I honestly believe that our defense, as constructed right now, is already at a championship level.
I agree.
So if you're talking about losing X, with the ability to replace him with maybe somebody that's almost X, would we really regress that much on defense? And if we did, could it then be made up? Because I don't suspect with Tyreek on the roster that we're only going to score 20 points a ball game this year.
So let me get in here real quick. Real quick, Monty, 1 second, because I know Emax was trying to get in a little earlier, but I want him to start first, and then I'll go to you, Monty.
Yeah,
Emax,
the situation with X, I mean, you're going to end up, robbing Peter to pay Paul, so we would end up getting rid of him, but unless it's somebody cheap, like a high draft pick, you're going to end up paying Stephon Gilmore around the same, because 15, 16 range, because that's what X is making right now, and he hasn't made any requests to make any more money. You know, the highest paid corner right now is Jalen Ramsey, who's sitting around 20 million per year. So at 16.5, he's pretty fine. But as long as he doesn't voice any, any that he's
Concerns.
mad, concerns about that he's mad about, I think we should be fine.
Okay, Mountie,
Well,
talk to me.
yeah.
What do you think, real quick?
I just think, to be honest with you, I mean, I've loved the job that X has been doing for the years. However, I think that void can be somewhat patched. Who knows? Iggy may step up this year. Igbenominy. So he may step up this year. And secondly, that I think that void can be kind of covered with scheme. Because if you look at the way we play, if we played the way we did last year and the year before, dude, we apply so much pressure to where the quarterback's only gonna have about 2 or 3 seconds to get rid of the ball to anybody.
Well,
Okay,
but
Bonjo,
Mountie,
go ahead.
But Mountie, on that portion of it, our scheme actually relies on our corner, so that's why I would disagree
because
with you
it's
to
a
a
heavy
degree.
man scheme. Yeah,
Because we apply so much
that.
pressure, hoping that our corners are going to hold up.
Yep, one mistake in it, that's it. You feel me?
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we're also slated to look possibly at a linebacker in the draft. So we still have the ability to enhance our defense or at least plug the X hole. Because like I said, what if trading X allows us to get 2 guys that are almost as good as he is?
The thing, Color, the linebacker situation, there was only a handful of linebackers in this draft that I feel like would fit our scheme and today's NFL. That could.
Well, there's only we got like a 3rd round pick left. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, again, regarding linebacker, I'll go back to the point that I believe Mountie made or Emax about the cuts. You know what I mean? We still have a lot of gems we're going to be able to look at and pilfer through at when those 53-man cuts are made.
This is true.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying there's a lot of time left. I don't think X, if a trade for X happened, I think that it wouldn't go over real well for the first couple of days. But I really honestly think that's the kind of the guy. I don't think we're in the position to need to hinge our future on.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I don't think the cornerback market was as hot as X expected it to be. Right?
Bobby Wagner's still available, which I'm surprised.
That's who I was just about to mention. Right?
No, Bobby Wagner.
Latest report on that, Miss Fins, is that the Rams and him are both highly interested in making a deal.
Bobby Wagner.
I mean, that's just rumor, but
But Miss Fins, Bobby Wagner was signed and he reneged on the deal. Really, he was picked up, but he said, "No, I don't want to go there." And he chose to get back into free agency. That's a
wasn't that Zadarius Smith? Wasn't that him?
Was that Zadarius Smith?
Yeah,
yes, it was
with Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
He literally went back to his.
Now he's on the Vikings.
I'd like to pass on Wagner and somehow get a 2nd round pick. Get my man from Wisconsin, middle linebackers, a beast.
Who?
What is his name?
There's only 2 middle linebackers that I was really in love with, and that's N'Kobe Dean out of Georgia.
Yeah, N'Kobe Dean.
And he's beast.
And the boy out of Utah.
Yeah, well,
honestly, those guys aren't going to be dropping to the 3rd. So
no.
But Georgia does have another linebacker that's just as good. Quay something or other, Quay Johnson or Jones.
But he plays outside, though, I believe. I don't think he plays inside.
Yeah, so that's
sure.
second because it's Jerome Baker, and he's going to be looking for his extension. And then it's whoever we decide to put next to him in the
Jerome
middle.
Baker is not looking for the extension. He cannot be looking for an extension. By Lord,
not
if that
yet.
dude is looking for an extension. He needs
not
to be
yet.
cut.
He's not worthy of an extension yet.
His contract.
So Miss Jones.
No, he just resigned.
I had Byron Jones on my mind. I'm sorry.
Baker just resigned last year.
I got show prep to go do with El Cap. We'll be going here in about half hour, 15, 20 minutes, half hour, something like that.
Yeah, you killing me with y'all show, man. That thing be coming on too late, man.
Yeah, they talk about late night for real. But Color,
that's what Miss Fins is here for everybody for. So like and share this video. Subscribe to Miss Fins because look, when we get subscriptions, I know everybody thinks certain ways about it, but at the very least, for us that are trying to grow and start something, it's so much encouragement. You don't realize how good it feels to know that people want to hear what you have to say. So subscribe to her channel to let her know that's what you want her to do, and she'll just keep pumping out the content and
Word.
you know,
Absolutely.
doing it good. So thank you so much, Miss Finns. I appreciate you
No,
having me on.
absolutely. And tell them about your show, your channel too. 'Cause
Oh
you got
yeah,
a channel.
we got the Finns tailgate roughly around 10 o'clock every night. We got a couple other shows. One of them on Tuesday nights where I co-host. We got Mike on the mic over there with Drop the Mic and Open Mic. We got my show on Thursday, Color Commentary, and you got El Capitan every night. We're about 132 subscribers away from 1,000, so we're gonna do something very special for 1,000 subscribers. If you're not already, get over there and do it. And Miss Finns, Vaughn, Joe, Mountie, you guys are always welcome later on tonight. So we'll end up opening a panel or something.
Listen, if you open up the panel and I'm still awake and my wife's not trying to get some QT, man, I'm on you.
If not, just do what Shake Money does and listen to it on with your morning coffee. That's what he tells me he does. So we appreciate that too. That actually, when I heard that actually made me feel even more better. Like somebody who wakes up and listens to my rerun with their coffee in the morning. You know what I mean? That makes us feel really good. So we all appreciate it. And
Before you go,
we
real
all
quick,
appreciate
that
the support Miss Finns gives us too.
Well, thank you. Of course. But I want to get, because this was a question that was asked, and I kind of agree. Kim Mill asked it. Who do you have? Give me at least 2-3 players who you think we still want to go after.
Obviously, Treader from Cleveland would be a nice pickup to even further enhance our offensive line.
Definitely.
And speaking of Mike on the mic, he and El Capitan, they were pretty keen on the Tyreek Hill thing. And we're going to be showing receipts pretty soon about that. So stay tuned. But the same kind of people they've been hearing murmurs from are kind of, they're at least murmuring that something else big is yet to come. So we'll see what happens. The other thought would be, can we add any more playmakers? You know what I mean? I'm thinking more of a bigger name on defense. Maybe we will pull off the Bobby Wagner thing.
That would be pretty nice. Well, Color,
that would be my personal prediction, but
thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate your support, man. It's awesome. And guys, check him out. Color Commentary. He has his own channel, and let's get him to grow too. He has some great clips and always gives great information. But Color, thank you for coming out tonight. I appreciate it,
man.
Much love, Color. Take care, buddy.
Yep, you guys too.
Much love.
There's only 2 people that I would go for, Ms. Finns. And one of them is Treader. And the reason why I want Treader is because I feel like he'll help Tua set his protection, because you need a veteran center to help set the protection of the line.
Yeah.
Right?
The quarterback of the O-line. Yeah.
Exactly. True. And 2, the second person, I wouldn't mind us trading for the Minnesota's middle linebacker. I think they're trying to clean house at Minnesota. What's his name?
Anthony Barr? Oh, Eric Kendricks, right?
Kendricks, yes. I think Kendricks is having contract issues in Minnesota. Right?
Really?
So I wouldn't mind having him at our middle linebacker. Right? And those are only 2. Nice. Those are only 2 moves I really want. After that, I'm fine. I'm full.
Quick question, Vaughn. Would you rather trade for that linebacker or go try to get Bobby?
Oh, get Wagner? I mean, what's Wagner and what's the miles on Wagner versus Kendricks?
Bobby definitely has a lot of mileage on him. That's for sure.
So
but 30. He's only missed 10 games in 10 years.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If you're talking about durability,
30, when you get on that other side of 30, that's when that durability really comes into play.
Hey, but he's been available so far.
He
might be like a James Harrison
linebacker.
There's not going to be the drafting the middle linebacker in the 3rd round. You're drafting a project.
Yeah, I agree with you, Vaughn.
And right now, Grier has given
not
us
really. Zach Thomas was drafted in the 7th round.
Oh, come on!
That's a miracle.
That was a deep, and that you don't hit. That's the exception, not the rule.
Exactly. Right. Monty, come on, man. Come on.
But you can draft well. You can draft well.
Hey, look, we need an inside linebacker too. So I agree with Steve.
The only teams I know that draft middle linebackers in every draft and they always hit is Pittsburgh Steelers. Or Baltimore. always have great linebackers. For some
Steelers,
weird reason.
Steelers. We have a Steelers fan here.
We gotta dig into their draft setup and see who they have an eye for, and then just draft that person if we can. Get somebody to leak the information.
Welcome to the panel. Welcome, sir. Appreciate you for trying to help at Miss Finn.
But all jokes aside, I mean, go ahead, Emax. You were gonna say something?
No. Yeah, I would say the one area of concern would be the interior O line. Currently, we seem to have the tackle set down with Terron and Eichenberg, but everything on the middle is still a bit of a toss, especially like that right guard, that center.
Oh, no. Remember, so left guard, we got the dude from Dallas, which is Collins,
which is good.
Connor
right?
Williams, he's good.
But okay, and then right guard, we have the best lineman in our entire O-line that we had so far in Robert Hunt. So that interior is actually better than you think it is. Robert Hunt is really good. So the only position.
So what's gonna happen to Austin Jackson?
Austin Jackson, that boy is either playing backup or going to the practice squad.
He's depth. He's going to get.
He's going to be depth. You don't want him at the practice squad.
No, I was just kidding. I'm just saying about. I'm exaggerating because of how much of a. Let's be real. He has not lived up anywhere near to his draft value.
But
Finn's up.
What's up, Esther? But here's the thing.
So can somebody? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, when it comes to Austin Jackson, if we complain about coaching in every other aspect of this team, I believe that we have 4 or 5 offensive linemen coaches, right? That's here to develop the offensive line. So I believe if there's any bit of talent in Jackson, they will pull it out of him, and he'll be just fine. Because
that's a good thought.
No, I sat there and said, Austin Jackson, I made this take about a month ago when I saw the hirings of the coaching staff that Austin Jackson should be one of our best offensive linemen next year. Because if you look at his college tape, he was a people mover. Go back and look at Austin Jackson's college tape. Because if we talk about Tua's tape, go look at Austin Jackson college tape.
Okay.
And you'll see what type of lineman he was.
Okay, because when he got drafted, everybody was iffy as of, wait a minute, did we just overdraft this guy? Because a lot of people said that, hey, I had him ranked as a second rounder or this, that, and the third. Everybody was shocked when we took him in the first round.
Because he was raw. He was just raw talent. He was raw. He was very raw. And the thing is, with raw talent, you want coaching to mold it.
So can someone tell me whatever happened to Solomon Kinley? He was solid his first year.
Laziness, work ethic. I don't know.
Like
all the above.
He was pretty good his rookie season.
I don't know. It could be that could be coaching also. That could be a coaching issue also.
Yeah. I heard rumor had it Flo benched him because he was overweight or something.
I heard that. I heard he came into camp overweight and had trouble getting his weight back down, and he also had a small injury concern that wouldn't help. That didn't help him. Right when he had that injury concern, it was hard for him to get his weight back down.
But you have some of the best trainers and statisticians in the world in NFL to get his weight down. I'm sure he's got access to nutritionalists and things of that nature. Now, if he's got an injury that is going to preclude him from exercising and working out, then that's something different.
And that's where that comes into play. Where again, that's where work ethic comes into play. That's like, for example, Zion.
I was just going to point to him.
Yeah.
Great example.
Zion can't get his weight down for nothing, but we just saw. But he has an ankle issue. Von Joe, aka John Stewart.
I think Zion is being to be honest with you, and I hope there's no Zionists and no Pelican fans in here, but
that he's trying to leave.
I think to be honest, I think Zion, he's acting like a little spoiled little bitch, little brat.
Hey, Monty.
Sorry.
Oh, listen, yeah, I know that over there in the other channels, you guys go a little crazy. But children watch the show, so please.
He's been a spoiled brat.
Yeah,
spoiled brat.
I agree.
He didn't even call McCullum when he got traded to their team.
Some people say he's trying to eat his way out of his contract.
Literally.
Listen, real quick, Estefan, look, okay, guys. Estefan, you guys know Estefan if you watch, Morning Show, After Show.
Yeah.
He says, Miss Finn, sorry, I said you were in your feelings about Ross earlier. They are swinging for the fences in free agency. I'm just giving them their due. Fins up. Well, listen, Esther, I still don't like Ross. I'm never gonna like Ross. I still don't like him.
That boy
But at the
trash.
end of the at the end of the day, if it
I'm
gets
being so
us to
serious.
where we need to go, it is what it is. But I can't stand Ross.
Hey
I
man,
feel like he's as bad as Jeffrey Loria, and it is what it is. To me, he's a horrible owner. That's all I gotta say.
Miss
He
He's
Fins,
bought,
let
blue
us
ball.
Miss Fins, let us mess around and get a ring and see if I won't say Ross Boss.
Hey,
oh, okay, okay, guys. You know what? You're right, Monjo. I'm gonna get you to
Let's
say
mess
Ross
around and get a ring.
the boss. Listen, we win the Super Bowl. But guys, think about this. Think about this. And I'm gonna close the show soon because I know it's still a school night. But guys, listen. Think about this. Next year is going to be our this year coming up. It's our 50th anniversary of the perfect season, people. Our 50th anniversary. Can you imagine if we win the Super Bowl on the 50th anniversary? Oh, come on.
I'm
Like,
crying. I'm crying. I'll probably cry tears.
I would cry so
Real
much.
tears.
I would
I'm gonna
look.
hold
I'm
you.
Jewish, so I can't have tattoos, but I consider. You know what I mean? Like Ross Boss. I'm getting the biggest T-shirt, and I'm putting his face right in the middle, just so that he knows he's the man. But
I,
it
I,
better
I,
be
I,
Super
I,
Bowl.
will, I will cry grown man tears.
but we have to see what happens, with this offense and what direction it takes. I have a take, I think, of how it's going to become. Little by little, they've been adding certain pieces, like Alec Ingold, which, especially coming
Huge.
from, he could be he's very athletic, as well, for his position, and saw him hurdling somebody like a year ago,
The
which is
fullback.
wild. Yeah, the fullback. They could use him like use check. How
He's
use check
supposed to
is
be the
used.
consensus number 2 fullback in the league, I believe, right?
Yeah, how use check is being used in the 49ers. We have to see
Exactly.
what type of scheme is going to be, stirred up here by Mike McDaniel. And it's the same way how Debo's being used over there. I think that they're going to use Tyreek Hill more of like how he was his rookie season when they had packages for him where he played out the backfield. He played out wide. There's a lot of motion, a lot of stuff back and forth. And, we could probably use Tyreek how they use Debo Samuel.
Well, I got a
Because
question for the panel, real quick, Emas, and thank you for sharing that. But real quick, because I want to know from you guys. Spay, I'm gonna start with you, Mountie Finn, because this is gonna be. I need to know, guys. How is two questions? It's a two-parter. How is this gonna help these two signings and I keep it short, please, because I want to get through the entire panel. But how getting Terron and Tyreek is gonna help the offense, but specifically Tua. Go, Mountie. Mountie, you there? Okay, GJ, go ahead. How is this gonna help out Tua and the offense between getting Tyreek and getting
Terron Armstead.
Teron? Yes.
Gotcha. So
Keep it
I know
short.
for me, yeah, for me it's simple. With Terron, like I mentioned, we're getting. I think he's ranked as what the number 4 left tackle in the league. So
Top
that's a
five.
huge signing. So obviously that we all know how that's going to help Tua. That's going to give him more time to see the plays and to throw the ball, and also it's going to give him more comfortability, more peace of mind. Where you're not going to run into the risk of him going through what Sam Darnold went through in New York, where people were saying he was starting to see ghosts because he was just so scared of getting sacked all the time because the O line was so garbage. So obviously that's where Terron Armstead helps, and then bringing that veteran leadership, he's going to be able to coach up and help the rest of the line to also progress and get better. So I feel that that's where he helps. And Tyreek, the same way, I feel like he will be able to be that veteran mentor that is perfect for Jalen Waddle, which is going to take Jalen, which is already a beast, to another level. And then and then also the way it's going to open up everything. It's going to open up, like Von Joe was mentioning, because of the fear of Hill, people are not going to be able to stack the box. You're going to have to keep the 2 high safeties. So it's going to open up the pass, open up the run, open up everything. So it's going to overall make the game easier for the team, but also Tua, and in particular for Tua, I say the way it's going to help him best is going to give him the closest thing to what he had in Alabama, which a lot of people don't know. But Tua went from the receivers with the greatest separation in Alabama to the receivers who, in case y'all didn't know this, were dead last in the league for the past 2 to 3 years in creating separation. Yet people complain that Tua, can't throw to these dudes and whatever, which I know he has his inconsistencies, but now he's finally going to get top tier separation receivers, which is going to give him the most comparable thing to what he had in Alabama, which is going to bring him the best chance for success.
Okay, thank you, GJ, for keeping it short. I appreciate that.
Thanks for the sarcasm.
You're welcome. Listen, it's Miss Fins. You're on with Miss Fins, guys. Hit the like button real quick. Subscribe. We're trying to grow this channel, and we like the comedy, but keep it PG because again, children wants this show. We gotta keep it clean for the children. But Vonjo, I'm gonna go to you next.
I'm gonna do all in one because I gotta run here.
Okay, so essentially your final thoughts. Go ahead.
Yeah, final thoughts all in one. So really, with Tua, if anything, it spreads the field where it gives Tua aspect and a defense that he loves to go against, and teams cannot really go man to man. They have to play either too high or go into a zone, and we all know that Tua eats the zone alive, right? Because now he has spaces and windows that he could give the ball to, right? So that's what I really see about it. And with the Armstead signing, it really gives him a peace of mind because I always said that last year you saw that Tua was mentally broken where he was pat the ball and he didn't see ghosts, but he felt ghosts. Right?
Phantom pressure.
Yeah, exactly. He felt that phantom pressure and he start patting the ball and get nervous even though he has time. Yep. So that should help him fix the mental clock that he has in his head that he actually notices he has time. And he's more confident in the pocket. And lastly, as my final take, yes, I'm excited about all this, but the real person I'm really excited to see is actually Bowden. I really want to. Yeah, Lynn Bowden is, if you look at his college tape, he is the ultimate weapon where he is actually a QB, a running back, a receiver, a special teams player. Like he does everything. He's just a pure athlete. So I am excited to see, with all this speed that we have, what gadget plays that McDaniel the mad scientist could come up with him, right? Imagine him go to a jet sweep, stop, and throw the ball all the way to the other side of the field because he could actually throw the ball with Tyreek streaking down the field or Waddle going across the middle. Again, this is the creativity that you have when you have so many weapons and talented players and just pure athletes on your field with so much speed. It really causes a nightmare for defenses. So that's my final take. Fins, Miss Fins, love you.
Thank you so much, Joe, for coming. I appreciate it.
Hey, man, today was a good day. I'm gonna sleep.
Today definitely was a good day for sure.
Pleasure, Vaughn.
It was a pleasure.
I feel like Ice Cube. Today was a good day.
Today, exactly. Vonjo, we'll continue this. I'm gonna do it more often, but thank you so much.
All right, take care.
Have a great night.
Vaughn. Take care of yourself, buddy.
Okay, Monty, do we have you back or no? I think Monty's still there. Well, go ahead, Emax, and tell me about how is this going to help out Tua, the offense, and then your final take because we're going to close this puppy down.
Well, I think especially like GJ mentioned earlier with Terron Armstead, that leadership should be able to go and help out and further develop the other guys on the O-line. And I think that he's going to be a good anchor. Be well, and that side should be taken care of for him. And for Tyreek, it adds more options. There's more to the table, especially if Tua, goes through his reads pretty well and gets comfortable within the offense. He should be able to now use everything on the field. He even the running backs out in the backfield, but especially with Tyreek, I don't think many people will come up to go press him. In terms of other stuff. So that should be able to create some space and do a couple things, especially like with mismatches. And it'll probably start switching into doing things like running people off, creating rub routes, having Tyreek slide underneath, catching it and take off. Because, with that sort of speed, you don't only need to just run vertically. You could also run, short, catch it, and then do a lot of stuff after the catch. So that's what I
Yep.
believe a lot could happen from that.
Okay, and as your final take, what do you think overall? Or was that your final take?
I think I'm very curious to see how Mike McDaniels, because I believe he is the catalyst. He's the one that's I think he's gonna get the ship rolling, but I want to see they should have a new identity, the offense especially, and I think hopefully he gets to really bring out everything that Tua has to offer, and see what he can do on the field. If Tua can't, then I think we'll see where his ceiling is. He doesn't really have any more excuses. But with everything the way I've been pointing, he should be able to do well.
Well, you know what, Emax, thank you so much for that take. I love it. I definitely want to see you up here in the panel because I like you. It looks like you have a lot of knowledge here. But thank you for helping us out. And again, guys, this is Miss Finch. You're all welcome to go ahead and join the channel. Keep it PG because we got children that watch this. But Emax, thank you so much, and you have a great night. Okay.
No problem. Thank you, Miss Vince.
You're
All
welcome. Talk to
right,
you
man.
soon. Bye
Take
bye.
care, Emax.
And GJ, go ahead and give me your final take, sir. Overall.
So overall, as a whole, if I sum up everything that we've done so far in the offseason with the signing of Connor Williams at guard, Terron Armstead at tackle, um, uh, Cedric Wilson at receiver, Tyreek Hill at receiver, Raheem Mostert and Chase Edmonds at running back. I mean, if you notice, like the names I just mentioned, like and also uh, the one Emax just mentioned earlier,
Cedric
the
Wilson.
fullback. No, the fullback.
Oh, Chase Edmond.
No, the fullback from the Raiders. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now, but
Me too. It's okay.
these signings that we've made this season, this off season, I mean, have really, I'm not gonna lie, have given me a lot of hope because it shows that okay, we're not doing what everybody assumed initially, me included, which is that okay, we're just gonna re-sign our people and swing with what we got, and we're gonna give everybody these low ball offers and hope
Mhm.
that they take it, and if they don't take it, then okay, well, I guess we're not getting that person, you know. But I'm glad that they proved me wrong and proved everybody else wrong, and actually made some moves to make this team better as a whole. And I'm actually proud of what we've done this offseason. I'm still as the same as Emax was just mentioning earlier. I'm still a little iffy, of course, because we got to see how it all gels together. And I essentially agree with everything that he said except one point, and
Which
that is
one?
that that supposedly, oh, Alec Ingold, that's a fullback. But the only thing I don't agree with what he said is that Tua now has no excuses. Here's the
Oh,
reason
I
why
agree 100%.
here's the reason why I don't 100% agree with that. And I don't want to say the word excuse, but I could say a good reason for why Tua might not necessarily hit his max this year is because you have to remember the fact that he is coming into a situation where he's going to have a brand new head coach, a brand new OC with a brand new system and a brand new playbook to learn and implement. And
And we
also
all know how he is with playbooks.
no. Come on, listen. I know you're not the biggest Tua fan, and
No,
you know I'm
that's
not a.
not true. That's not true. I
Listen.
just
I
I'm critical of Tua. I'm not a hater. I'm just critical. I'm critical of all our players. I don't care if you're wearing
which
a
is
teal
good.
and white. I'm gonna be critical because at the end of the day, I'm all about the Dolphins. Like I'm all about the Dolphins. That's all that matters. It's all about the
I
Dolphins.
hear you.
So it doesn't matter if it's number 53 or number one. All 53 players are gonna get criticized because I want them to be better for the team, and that includes Tua. And guess what? He's a QB. Of course, he's gonna get more attention. That's all.
Which I understand that. And trust me, I'm not a Tuaneer either because I was
You
the one that
sure?
was all yeah. Because trust me, I was all in for getting Deshaun Watson. Not because I
Oh,
don't
me too.
believe in Tua,
I was in
but
there.
Right. Not because I don't believe in Tua, but because of the fact that I acknowledge Deshaun is an already proven product. He's already shown that he is elite. Tua is a toss up. That's a maybe. He can develop to be this great quarterback, or he could just stay where he's at right now, and maybe this is the best we're going to get from him. But we don't know. It's
Well,
a 50-50. But with Deshaun, you knew what you were getting. That's why I was
well,
all in for Deshaun.
well, I do have to
Um,
correct you in a sense, though. Deshaun is trash. He's a bum
please.
now. He's a Browns, and he's not a
Oh, well, yeah,
Dolphin. So
yeah,
forget it.
yeah.
Forget it. It's Tua time. Tua
No, hey,
hashtag Tua time. It's
I
over
agree
for
on
Deshaun. That's
that.
it. Tua's my
I agree.
quarterback. You know
I
what I mean?
agree. I
Number one. It's all
agree.
about number one, and number one is number one. It's all about
And
Tua.
and, and
So
listen.
Deshaun's
I'll
a
give you
bum.
that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that because you're right. He's already established. He's somewhere else. So yeah, forget him. But I was
Hmm.
just saying where I stood with that. But I do if you really look at it as a whole picture, we essentially kept the same defense. Not only the same defense,
Hmm.
even the same coach on the defense. They even went ahead to did
No, I
that.
love that. I love that.
So because basically what they said is okay, what here works? The defense. Let's leave it as it is. Let's work on what doesn't work, the offense. So that's and they brought in Mike McDaniels, make him an offensive-minded head coach to take care of that weakness, the offense. Then you bring in Terron Armstead, you bring in Tyreek Hill, you bring in Raheem Mostert, you bring in Chase Edmonds, Allen Ingold, you bring in the other lineman, Connor Williams, you bring in the other wide receiver, that I just mentioned, the one from the Cowboys. You bring all these pieces, which shows that you are committed and you are acknowledging. You're not you don't have your head up your rear end. You're acknowledging that we had a strong weakness in
Cedric
offense.
Wilson. Cedric Wilson.
Cedric Wilson, yeah.
Cedric.
But you're acknowledging that yes, this is our weakness. We need some changes. We need some things done, and they got it done. They didn't just acknowledge it, which priority number one is acknowledging, admitting that there's a
Hmm.
problem. But then the next step is doing something to fix the problem, and they did it. So
That's
I'm super happy. I'm super proud of the organization as a whole. But as we know, time will tell. It's all based on
time will
how
tell.
well we will gel all of this together. Because you've seen before how
Hmm.
a super team will not look that great. They'll look great on paper, but won't look great on the field or on the court because they probably haven't built that chemistry yet. They haven't built that camaraderie. They haven't gelled yet. So obviously we have to see as time goes if Mike McDaniels, which everybody has said he's a player coach, we have to wait and see if he's going to be able to actually pull off getting these players to commit to be and to buy all in into what he's selling and his program. And if we can get that and everybody's on board on the same page where we can bring out the best in everyone, even what Von Joe said earlier, which really hit me, where I was like, dang, you know what? I was always so critical of Austin Jackson, but you know what? He made a major point. It's true. What if Austin Jackson just had a garbage coach?
That is
You
true.
never know.
First
So
round
if
talent. So
exactly, so if we can get these guys to at least bring out their best in them, oh man, forget it. I know the sky's the limit. And the sky's the limit with even with what a lot of people see as our biggest weakness as Tua Tagovailoa as our QB.
he's not our biggest weakness. The thing is, he needs to take, and I have to say this because it needs to be said. Tua needs to take over. Period. And I'm gonna go
Yep.
with Emax. I think he's the one that said it. He has no excuse, and I agree 100%. This is Tua's team. Even though I love that they brought Teddy Bridgewater because that means he has a real backup that
Yep.
can win real games, and we're not
Yep.
gonna be worrying about, oh, can he even win a game? Unlike some people. So at this point, yeah, no, I love the Teddy. That's my
Yeah, me
favorite,
too.
and I'm
Me
actually
too.
gonna go over real quick. So this is what, but just to your point there, Tua is not um the worst
Or
thing that we have. He just needs to take over. That's it. Like that's the only thing. But look at what we've
I
done
agree.
so far. The Dolphins have gained Tyreek Hill, Terron Armstead, Cedric Wilson, Raheem Mostert, Chase Edmond, and Connor Williams.
Whew.
And we've kept Mike Gesicki, aka Mike is sexy, Emmanuel Ogba, Nick Needham, and Landon Roberts. And the only two players we've lost so far was Duke Johnson and Matt Collins. Now I love the U, so
Those two, I'm not gonna
those
front.
two
Those two,
suck. I
they
wanted them
let me
back,
down.
but
They let me down
uh,
on those two.
Tyreek, here we come. And look, Steve is right. Steve, I'm 100% on it. I'm with it. Jesse Davis has to be our biggest weakness.
I mean,
Turntable, but just like Austin, it could
yep.
have been bad coaching.
Who knows?
So
Who knows?
and McDaniel's this McDaniel Mickey D's. He did say, "I'm here to unlock players." I
Good.
have to evaluate talent because we
Right.
have the right coaching staff, and we have five, I think 4 or 5 offensive live coaches that can actually help out in the O line. So,
Hmm.
Steve, I'm with you 100%. Yes, I agree. He's our biggest weakness, but at this point, you never know. I think he'll be good as a backup. He might be a better guard because he's definitely not a good tackle. But with that being said, GJ, thank you so much for joining the
My
panel.
pleasure.
Thank you for coming in. I love the
Thank you for
insight.
having me.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Please come on. I'm gonna be doing this a little more often, but I really appreciate you coming in. Everybody, again, this is Miss Fins. Thank you so much for being here with me.
Yes, guys,
If you're
like,
catching
subscribe.
Yes, like, subscribe. If you feel like you want to go ahead and support the channel and donate, my Cash App, Venmo, PayPal's there. Some people ask me, so I figured I'll let you guys know. But definitely, thank you so much for coming again. This is Miss Fins. Yes, I am Miss Fins. And at the end of the day, we had a great time. So let's keep it awesome. Let's keep it cordial. And guess what, guys? We got Terron, #1 tackle in free agency, and we got Tyreek, literally the fastest human alive in the NFL. So right now we have a lot of exciting things to keep, and I'm very happy. Thanks to everybody that showed up in the panel today. Monty, Von Joe, Color, Emax. Thank you, GJ. Thank you all you guys because this is a channel for all of you guys, and we're building it from the ground up. So again, like, subscribe. Hit the like button, show your love because subscribing and liking will absolutely help out the algorithm, and that's exactly what we need to do. We're so close to 200. Let's get over 200 so we can get to our goal right now to 1,000. So, guys, thank you so much. And again, I'm closing it out. This is Miss Fins. Thank you so much for everything. And you have yourself a wonderful night. Bye, guys.